talking unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more every week. You hear me?
I'm not talking unless y'all giving me likes, sharing, and subscribing. You hear me? Okay. Hey, B. I just came to chit chat for a second. I don't even expect this to be a long video at all. I did get a chance to get into Real Housewives of Atlanta over on Patreon. Shout out to the Patreon. I got a chance to get into it, and I did see, the ending part where Miss Brit Bernicia um got into some things. All right. Now I had been saying that she's been wanting to issue with Kenya. I was thinking we might see Kenya give her a little something for her to react that way. And no, Kenya has been very nice to that lady for the most part. She's complimented you. She's hugged you more than one time, and like I said, it's not going to be a long review. I'm sorry, a long video. It's going to be pretty short. And we're going to get into some more things, once I get a chance to do the review or whatever. But ma'am, Miss Brit, you had lied to the people. You had lied to the people. First of all, you've been wanting this issue with Kenya so bad, and I'm just so confused as to why. You upset because the lady won't hug you, but she barely hugged everybody around the table. What would make you so special when she don't even know you like that? I'm just so confusion. I'm very disappointed in the actions. You have played victim for almost a year at this point, and it's whack. Very disappointing. Now, what I will say is I don't know how things are gonna play out next week. I don't know how I'm gonna feel. I don't know if I'm gonna be justifying Kenya or feeling that Kenya is justified in her actions or not. But what I will say on today, I just feel like that was whack as hell. And then how do we even get to a place where we talk about fucking pistols? Like, are you okay? Are you okay? We're talking about pistols, and then you want to call on your husband. Like, let me call my husband. Like, that's supposed to be this grand old thing. Obviously, they ain't all that. While you over there talking about my husband, it's my husband. That damn near everybody around the table, aside from what you and Angela, well, no, Shamia married too. But it's like you act like it's just that grand old amazing. I got a husband. Okay, and okay, because it's given they here today, gone tomorrow, or whatever the case is, bitch. All right. And I'm sure your husband was standing over there like, what the hell going on? See, you the type of woman, in my personal, that would get a man in a situation. Okay? Because I say that because whatever was going on with Kenya, I just feel like it was amplified for absolutely no reason. And we'll get into that, like I said, in another video. But then the way that you were hooping and hollering outside makes me feel like you're over exaggerate a situation, and without him having all of the details, he'll react and likely do something drastic, and then it'll lead to some fucking trouble because you're overhyping a damn situation or whatever. But I'm glad. I don't know what the aftermath is going to be with her and Mike in this situation at hand or what, but he seems like at the time he was more concerned with, it looks like, getting the mic off her and stuff. And she over there talking about learning respect and this, and you talking like you sonning somebody. I don't know what went on with Brit in her past, but it's giving heavy on validation. Like, I need to be extremely validated. And since you know that Kenya Moore is in charge of the girls, yeah, or at least has been in charge of the girls from the seasons that you've watched, you need her approval of some sense. You need her validation of some sense. And I hate it. I saw on Twitter where some people are like, oh, I'm sick of these fans. Can y'all stop hiring fans? Y'all, Real Housewives has been on for about 16 years. At one point, Real Housewives of Atlanta was like the biggest show. With them being the biggest show, unfortunately, it's going to come with people that have watched the show, have been supporters of the show, likely is fans of the show. It is what it is, okay? I feel like whether the person was a fan or they're not a fan, they're aware of who's in charge of the girls or who's the best person to go up against, shall I say. So that person would be Kenya. If Kenya were to not return and Shamia is there, they're going to go up against either Shamia or Porsha, right? They know Porsha is a fan fave, But Shamia is becoming a fan fave as well. But they probably gonna go up against one of them two because they the head honchos, and that's just how I feel about that. They might say some slick stuff to Drew because they may feel like she the simp of the group or whatever the case is. But people have their folks that they choose that they want to come down on and be hard on, and yeah, but Brit, girl, I don't know what the hell you had going on. And I'm not gonna get into it now, but I did find like some details that I wanted us to get into because Brit, you sat up there and lied last year. You put a post up. You put up a few posts acting like the victim in the situation, making it seem like you never said some of the SHI that you've said. That we just literally heard you say. You thought they weren't going to play it. And let me tell you why Brit thought that they wasn't going to play that audio. Because one of them as producers or a few over there said that Brit never made such fucking allegations. Yeah, you wasn't inside when she said it, but she repeated it on the outside. And what I love and got a kick out of was the fact that whoever was filming made sure to pan and show that a lot of y'all production was standing outside when Brit said that she said. So it was real funny that one of y'all or a few will go and quote and make it seem as though Kenya was just acting erratic for absolutely no reason. There was no such thing as any threats or guns being said, right? Because there's two different one of them. I saw a statement where one, they tried to say that, there was no threatening of a gun at Kenya's event. Then, as a whole, in general, whatever Kenya was talking about, y'all was saying, oh, none of that ever happened. No, we're investigating this. And Brit never said such a thing. None of that ever happened. Child, that's crazy. The whole time we listening to a piece of the audio. Child, I wonder which one of them producers was that. Because one thing about them producers, they be working on these houses, y'all be lying. Y'all be lying. Because it was a situation, I don't know if it was with Candiace and somebody and Mia. It was one of them seasons. Was it when I think it was the season and NECA was getting ready to be on Real Housewives of Potomac, and y'all put a narrative out there regarding an altercation or something that happened, and kind of find out, oh, I think it was that fight that happened or whatever between Deborah and all of that, and y'all tried to make it seem like Candiace was in it and she got hit and this, that, and the other, or whatever it was that y'all was telling one of the blogs. And then when we see it, it was so different than what the narratives that y'all was putting out to begin with. So it's like really crazy. Y'all need to get y'all people together behind the scenes, okay? Because they be out here talking and it don't be helping. In my personal. Okay? But Brit, girl, that's not looking good. That's not looking good. I think social media probably going to be on your ass because you tried to play victim. So now because that happened, I do think the tide is turning. Maybe. We shall see for sure next week. But it seems like some of the sympathy that you wanted people to have for you, I really just don't see everybody having it for you. Nah, everybody was against Kenya last summer and felt like she's vile, she's did this and that. And some of them may still feel that way, because of what was done or allegedly done, because we really don't know what was fully done. But aside from that, you tried to play yourself out to be so innocent and like everything is happening to me. And the way that we sat up here and watched you try to have different conversations with Mike or with your family and try to say, oh, Kenya did this and Kenya did none of that. That's crazy. So I can imagine how you may have relayed the story to other people when it came down to what Kenya supposedly did over at her hair care grand opening. So it's just giving right now, Brit. And and I've been really wanting to like you despite the situation at hand, but I mean, girl, you are not to be trusted for sure. And I don't blame Kenya when she came down to social media last year calling Porsha a damn traitor. Just a little bit, okay? Calling this damn lady a traitor because you over there befriending this lying ass woman. Okay, but then two peas in a pod is what is giving, just a little piece. But child, we gonna get into a little bit more whenever I get a chance to do the review. But I just wanted to come down and give y'all a quick chat real quick about this situation at hand, because I'm like, what the hell is going on? You did all of this, picked the issue with Kenya, made it a big deal, over amplified it. Everybody felt like you was doing too damn much. And then here we go. You over here threatening this lady, saying this, saying that. doing too much. So we'll see how it's going to play out. All right. Like I said, I'm not justifying anything Kenya is going to do on next week. We'll get to that episode when it comes. But as of right now, Miss Brittany, get it together. It's not looking good for you right now. All right. And it really sucks that we just going to be continuing to watch. So like, it just sucks, you know, in my opinion, for Kenya, because whatever issues one may have with Brittany has the opportunity to redeem herself as the show progresses. Kenya doesn't necessarily get that. She doesn't get the opportunity to redeem herself or any of that. So I do kind of feel like that's fucked up. And then Bravo, y'all producers and shit like to create a lot of situations and allow people to feel as though things that they do are okay. They don't go too far. They're doing good. You're good. Whatever. We like that. Keep that up. And then as soon as they do something that y'all feel may cross the line based on the audience or whatever the fucking case is, you want to automatically suspend them and sit them out. But I don't know. And Kenya told y'all that her life was being threatened and y'all ain't do nothing. But then when she makes some post about somebody that or expose some information about somebody that's already there, and really, Kenya, you ain't even have to do nothing because the fans was gonna dig it up on her ass anyway. Okay? Really didn't even have to do that at your event. For real. She didn't even deserve that much at your event. But yeah, I guess that's another indicator of her not feeling protected. I feel like that's what she mentioned when she did the interview earlier that year. But y'all, I'm gonna let y'all argue down in the comments. That's all I got for y'all at this time. Of course, I'm JamiThatsMe, and you know I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can fill a pool, we gon' make them swim, nigga.